Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm going to paint a cute white bunny rabbit blowing a bubble. I've linked the reference photo in this video's description. Isn't that sweet? I did turn the head a little bit in Photoshop, and I'm thinking I should have just left it the way it was because it's looking up a little bit, which is really cute. I've got a 9" by 12" cradled wood panel. It's 1.5 inches thick. I've got white gesso on it. And then there you can see I've got my rabbit. I put a sunflower tucked under the ear. I'm not sure how that would actually fit in real life, but I think it's cute right there. I'm going to use primary colors, and I'm going to video over here because this part's thicker of my easel. This is too big for me to do on my tabletop, and it might not quite fall through. It wants to fall through over there. Okay, guys, let's jump in. Let's set the table. So this is the next day. Oh gosh. You know, I'm not painting very fast, but I want to say this background took me 2 hours, which it doesn't look like it should have taken me 2 hours. We'll go over my colors. I'm using what I call primary colors. And I say what I call primary colors because this isn't a primary yellow. I think PY74 is a primary yellow. This also has PY83 in it. It's cad yellow medium hue. All my paints are Liquitex and basics but one. So there's the cad yellow medium hue, titanium white, Mars black, and phthalo blue green shade. That one's a heavy body. And then when I get to it, I'll put out Quinacridone magenta because I'm going to want pinks for the bubble. I might put a little pink in here and there too. I'll probably put some pink in the ears. I've been using one of my favorite brushes, and partly just because I use it so much and I'm used to it. It's a 3/4 inch flat brush from Royal and Langnickel. It came in a pack of 4 or 5 brushes. And I mixed a sky blue and a gray. I think it's drying out. I've got fans running. So my paints dry out in the winter because there isn't any humidity. And then I'm just putting a little water in it. And then they dry out this time of year because I've got fans running. Sorry guys, I'm just wiping off that palette knife. I didn't need to put water in that. I may have had another brush. I think I started with a slightly smaller brush. I think this is a 1/2 inch flat brush. I think it's from Michael's. And then realized, oops, sorry, I just bumped my phone, and realized the bigger brush would go quicker. So I just, a little straight up blue and a little bit of gray right on the wood panel. Put that on first. This is cooler blue-gray down here. So all I'm thinking is generally cooler to about this line, and then warmer. So it also goes lighter to darker this way, and then this goes lighter to darker this way. Oh, hey, Wally. Did you hear me talking? I don't know if you guys heard my cat. I'm also thinking I'll put in, some weeds. I don't know if I'll put in any flowers. I think that's about it. Just a real loose background. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a bit. let's chat for a minute. So what am I doing? I laugh because it's like, what am I doing? I am pushing the color. And before I forget, I am going to put some details over the background, but I'm liking the background much better, that I'm getting more of the rabbit on there. And I think that happens to me every time. It happens to me a lot if it doesn't happen to me every time. My paints are drying out because I've got windows open, fans running. But what's nice with a red, yellow, and blue is my three colors. I can mix more. Like I need to mix more gray. It's drying out quite a bit. I'm using, if I haven't mentioned this, because this is the next day, I'm using a 1/2-inch flat brush. It's a really cheap brush. I think it's from Artist Loft. And I'm working basically, but not literally, dark to light. So put in the dark shadows underneath the yellow petals that are going to be there. Put in the dark center. Put in the dark parts of the ear. I think this ear is going to be pretty good. I did mix a kind of warm, creamy color. And then I'm also going to bring up this color to white in places. This ear, I think, is a little flat, the back of this ear. But, I'll know better once I get more on there. I'm putting purples in, which I'm not sure I'm going to like. And then this pinky, rusty color is going to be the sort of a reflective light from the bubble. Same here on the front of the mouth. I don't know, is this the cheek on a rabbit? I put a little pink there, if nothing else, to remind me I want some reflective light from the bubble. This above the eye, I don't see pink in the reference photo, and I think it's a little dark, but I'm going to come over it with more layers. So here's a shadow. This is over in shadow. Our light's coming from up and over here. And then when you put in the dark first, I'm starting to come back over with just some, we'll call them like little wispy flicks. Like I put the brush down and I pull it up, sort of like sweeping, like if you were sweeping with a broom. Oh, I'm gonna lift it because my brush is wet and I can see the paint lifting. So I might come back and put more darker. Oh, and I'm getting light. Oh gosh, I'm getting light from my windows. Might be time to stop for a little bit. So I put the dark in first so I can put the little flips over the top. But if I don't get it right, you can put more dark in and do it again. And then layers will help you. This is all kind of messy and not covered very well, but I'm gonna come back with more layers because they'll help me. It'll look more interesting. And then once I get the values in that I think I want, then I can also go darker and lighter. So this color, I can't remember if I put out raw sienna or I mixed it. But this color is titanium white, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of the raw sienna color. And I'm definitely going to come back and add some whites. Oops, and I've got a dry piece of paint that I don't want in there. I think every season, when it goes into fall, or like now we're going into spring, I wrestle with how fast my paint's dry. I get used to it in the middle of the season, and then it throws me again at the beginning of the season. Okay, guys, I just wanted to pop in and chat and let you know what I'm thinking. I'll be back in a bit. Let's chat for a minute. Well, here I've put some white. Here it's yellow, or kind of a warm, dirty yellow. And I put some white over it, and I like it. I did that so that I could see, well, I didn't have to go up this far yet, but I wanted to see how the yellow in the sunflower is gonna look. Putting the blue highlight and then a white dot in the eye really Really just makes that eye. I'll give you a close-up look. I think what I'm going to do next is put quite a bit more white on. I've been blending in, oh yeah, I think that's working. Just kind of like, I smeared some thin gray over what was underneath here. Smeared some purple gray. Just getting more paint on so it's covered better. And then, a combination of smoothing and looking at the values, and then also adding, I don't know if you can see them, but like some little, I'll call them, it's fur, but like little hairs coming over. Put a little white here, some gray there. But yeah, I think I'm ready to put the white on and then put a few little flowers or weeds in the background. Okay, so I thought you might want to see some of that before I put the white on. So there's the eye and the sunflower. Well, here, I'll raise it up and you can get the bubble too. I really like the warm, I'm gonna back it up a little bit. I really like this warm glow. I've got a pink and yellow reflective light over here. So the light's kind of coming almost from behind a little bit. I might put some back in if I cover too much of it up with the white. I like the purple. You know, values really do the work. And then I think the color is much more interesting. Oh, and I did put a little dark purple up here and here. I may do a little bit more with that. So I'm liking this ear better. I'm going to put some white. Sometimes you just kind of have to keep working on it to see what you like. It'll be fun to put in the white whiskers. I did put a little pink in the cheek, which I think I like. Oops, I don't know how straight I'm holding that. Now that I'm looking at it here, I'm going to set it down. I'm wondering if this white's too low. But before I fix it, I really need to get some white in over here. Okay, I just wanted to pop in. It's been a bit. The sunflower's done. Oops, excuse me, I bumped my phone, I think. That eye is done. Okay, guys. Hopefully a few of those comments helped. I'll be back in a bit. I'm calling it done. Let's see. We'll work a little bit backwards here. I used, oh, what is this? Oh, I can't read it anymore. Oh, I think it says a number 2 round from Royal and Langnickel. It came in a pack of a couple brushes. Oh yeah, I don't think you can see that. And I also think I already mentioned I'm using this 1/2-inch flat brush from Michaels. Yeah, I know I said. For a lot of the first strokes. I had some white, lighter strokes in here, and they just seemed too little. This thought just popped into my head. So I have bigger, less detailed strokes, definitely in the corners, some of them even in the whole background. But then as I get a little bit more into the painting, I put in a few little flowers. I was thinking of bigger weeds, more up close. But I was nervous about fighting with the rabbit. I don't think it would ruin it at all. But I decided just to put little hints of flowers in the background. I painted some of the whiskers. I videoed some of that in this last time-lapse bit. But I'm sitting, so my right shoulder lines up with about right here. And then I have my camera. My camera is actually more square on, but it exaggerates the angle. So I try to get it as straight as close as I can for you guys. So I painted some of them, and then I put it in my lap so I could get a bit better angle on it. What else? Put a little bit more purple. Some of those flowers are purple. And the white, I would put it on and just kind of smear it out so it gets a little muted. You could just do a light gray too. Like this yellow, just kind of thin and swipey. But I do like that there's a little bit of yellow. I could even make that a little stronger, but you know, I think I say this almost in every portrait video. It's a portrait of a cat, a rabbit. A lot of this isn't, you don't have to overthink it because you have one big subject calling attention. So I think we'll see if I can square it up for a screenshot. That's always, well, that might not be too bad. I kind of move it a little bit, just in case. I know some of you like that. You want to have an image of what I painted. Do a tour. Yeah, the warm and the cools in the ears really are fun. I really like that. Well, and I exaggerated the color. I can show you that reference photo here too. I didn't leave a lot of the yellow highlights, but they're like, you can kind of see it in the forehead. The yellow and the pink's coming through. Not so much on the ears. But I like that warm. You don't have to. You could just do white. You could do white and gray. Oops, I'm sliding off towards me. There you can see the hints of flowers a little bit better. I've been seeing wild violets when I go on a bike ride, and I think they're weeds, but I like them. Kind of like the dandelions are pretty too. I'll get a little closer on those flowers just in case. Oh, I was almost gonna say goodbye. I was gonna show you the reference photo again. So I did turn the rabbit's head, although looking up is really cute. And then I brought his front legs together a bit and cropped it. You don't have to do that. You can just paint this one. It's a cute pose. I linked it in this video's description. It is so fun to hang out with you. I hope you enjoyed it too. I super appreciate your support. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye guys.